this is Jonathan from Fricks Games, and today I have really exciting news for you. We just received the prototype, the first advanced copy of Angel Fury, our biggest board game yet. You can see here on the side we have our previous latest release, the Orbital, Starscraper's Orbital. It's a medium-sized game, and we compare that to Terraforming Mars. You see Terraforming Mars is bigger, but here, my oh my, boom! This is Angel Fury, and of course we've had these dimensions in our heads. You know, we specify this to the factory that it's going to be this big, but you don't understand how big it is until you see it like this. This is bigger on all sides than Terraforming Mars. So this is Angel Fury by Daniel Frixelius, my brother. And there's a really nice image on the back side of the setup of the game. But we're going to take a look inside of the box so you can see how it looks. So the box is a really nice tight fit. And first of all, we have the rule book. And the rule book is 28 pages, and maybe some people think that sounds like a lot of rules, but it starts off with 2 whole pages, 2 whole spreads of an introduction comic, like a small novel to get you into the game. So that's that, and then we have the components list, the setup spread, and then we have some rules, of course, for the game, and then the end of the rule book is a card appendix where you can see the functions of all cards, just in case you didn't get it from the text on the card. So this is not necessarily rule text as much as clarification. This is a really nice setup, I think. We also have one of the things that we're really happy about is that we're using these gray margins with a sky background to tell the story behind the game and about the theme of the game. So if you just want to read the rules, then you can read on the yellow parchment, but here on the sides we have extra trivia for everyone who's interested in Angel Fury and the concepts and the thematics about behind this game. So that's the rule book. Then we have the player boards. 4 player boards, because there are 4 teams in the game. There are 2 angel teams and 2 demon teams. So you can play 1 against 1, or 2 against 2, or 2 against 1, and even solo play. So there are 2 demon boards and 2 angel boards. And they're made out of sturdy punchboard material. And they are accompanied with these training ground boards, which are the same material. And here you use you place the decks and the cards for the deck building part of the game, because this is a miniature game and a deck building game. So really nice. And you can already see here the miniature gallery. These are the bigger miniatures in the game. So you have the archdemons and the archangels, and then you have the tormentors and the seraphs on the side, and they look really good. Up here you have the dice, 9 black dice and 9 white dice for the angels versus demons. And we also have a really special, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there are really nice effects in these dice that make some colors come through as well. There's almost a red glow inside of the white dice because of how the light refracts on them. Really cool. So let's continue on. This is a game with a lot of components, so let's look at this. This is the big game board when you're playing 2 against 2, or if you want to play 1 against 1 in the epic mode, where you have 2 teams each and just play a really big game. So here the angel player are going to put out all their miniatures here, 100 angels and then 100 demons on the other side, and here in the middle this man here is in anguish over his life's hardest decisions, and that's what the game is about, trying to influence the soul for good or evil. And this is simple-sided because the other 2 game boards are smaller. So that's here. Here we have a smaller board with 1 against 1 on this side, and 2 against 1 on this side. And in the 2 against 1 scenario, the angel side is trying to defend the soul on their side, while 2 demon players are trying to be offensive and try to take control of the human soul. This is a soul board. Here you put your markers to see who has the most soul points. The game is about reaching 7 soul points to win the game. Now here we have the cards, and I've already sleeved all the cards just to make sure they fit inside the box. So this is what you can see here is 4 pockets for the cards, and this includes also all of the promo cards that you the Kickstarter backers are going to get, and they're all sleeved. And this is for all the cards. I put the solo cards on the side because I can fit them down here if I want, but it was quite tight. So we put them on the side anyway. So these are the Archangel and Archdemon cards, and with the promos there are 7 of them. In the retail version there's only going to be 4 Archdemons and Archangels. But all of these have their special effects and they're starting resource production and everything. So it's very cool. And of course in the same way the Archdemons. Among the cards, as I said, there are 4 pockets. One of the pockets we want to reserve for all the special cards, because each of the Archangels and Archdemons have special cards that only they have in the whole game. So most of these cards will not be in every game. They will only be in the games where some player wanted to play that specific Archangel or Archdemon. And this really brings a really nice specific flavor to each game, because you're going to play different Archangels against different Archdemons every game. This is the back sides of the card, so it's a smaller version of the cover art made by Isaac, also my brother. The center 2 storage areas here for the cards are reserved for the Angel deck of cards which they can buy to their deck. This is a very special game because in each deck there's always going to be 12 cards. You never buy additional cards. You always have to exchange cards for new cards. So there's always going to be 12 cards. So you need to try to buy cards which replaces the old ones, which are better and which suits your strategy more. That also means you have to get rid of cards and you have to prioritize really hard to get a better deck. So these are the Angel cards. In the same way, these are the Demon cards that they can buy. The last pack of cards here are the starting decks. And each player has their own color, so there are 12 red cards for the red demon player, 12 yellow cards, 12 white cards, and 12 black cards. One thing that is very special about this game is that it's asymmetrical. Some of the cards in the demon decks and the angel decks are the same. For example, both have heal. They can heal their archangel and archdemon. And they both have new ideas where they can exchange cards on their own market. But then each player has 5 unique strategies, or tactics we call them. So for the demon side, both demon decks have these 5. Let's see. Dark Portal, for example. The angels don't have this tactic. And this allows a whole troop of units to move to anywhere on the board. Then we have Persuader, where the demons try to persuade the angels to join the dark side. Archers, where they shoot burning arrows on their enemies. Breakthrough, which allows them to make a second attack if they win the first one. And Brutal Assault, where they get extra damage and extra strength for their battle. And then the angels have their own 5 tactics, which are also unique for the angel side. Holy Fury, for example, which both gives them attack strength and defense, protects damage. Out of Nowhere, which allows them to place 2 angels anywhere on the board. Cavalry, which allows a troop to move 2 steps instead of 1, which is a very cool strategic opportunity. Blinding Light, which forces some demons to retreat from battle, so they have the better the numerical advantage. And Healing Hands, which restores angels and health to the archangel if you have the upgrade for it. So these are the starting decks. This is where everything starts, and then you buy more cards and exchange cards. So let's move on and see the next part of this. Here we have the miniatures, and each team has their own pocket of miniatures. And here we have 48 angels or demons for each team. And the angels and demons have 4 sculpts each. So here is, for example, the 2-sword angel. Here we have the shield and sword angel. Here we have the battle-ready angel with the sword up on high. And there's a 4th also, an angel moving forward with his sword to the side. So these are the 4 sculpts for the angels. And in the same way, there are 4 sculpts for the demon player as well. So here we have the aggressive demon model with his axe over his head, ready to strike. And here we have another demon with a shield up on high, but also weapon with a spike ball. And we have a spear demon. And lastly we have the pikeman demon. So they're really cool, and when you see the army set up, it's going to look really dynamic and living. Here we have the tokens for the angel and demon side, and they have the same material as the dice, so a marble effect on them, which also refracts the light in a special way to give some really nice impressions. The crystals. The crystals are the currency in the game. Basically you buy the new cards for crystals usually. So these are the crystals that you gather, and the crystals are taken from the crystal mountains. And these are really heavy. They're really cool objects here. So on the game board there are going to be 2 different kinds of resource areas. So this is the crystal mountains, and from here you get the crystals to buy your new cards. And the piece is made out of several pieces. First 1 brown piece for the bottom, and then 3 crystal pieces, which are attached from the start to these. You don't have to do anything. They come assembled like this. And then we have the fountains of living water. And here you can gather more reinforcements, so new demons and new angels for your army. And here I really like how the translucent effect on the blue plastic makes it look like actual water flowing around. And of course there are several of these. As you might guess, when we got this from the factory, we were eager, and we played several games the same day, of course. That was yesterday. And we're so eager to get this game to you and let you play this game. It's a very interesting game all throughout the game. Yesterday I played with my brother Daniel, who made the game, and I won with 7-2 in soul points. And you might think that that sounds like, sounds unbalanced and not very interesting. But it's interesting until the last turn, because when I had my 6th soul point, he had 1 chance to take the center back, the human soul back, and if he managed to hold that one more turn, then the other soldiers of my army were so far away that they would not be able to get the last soul point until he shifted the balance, and I probably won the game. So you're never out of this game. You can always come back, and there are so many cool combos and so many strategic opportunities, and that you can discuss after each game. We discuss so much. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? And things like that. So this heavy beauty is coming soon. Because this looks so good, we approve this pre-production sample, and they're going to start the real mass production right now. It may still be a couple of months before you get it, but it's on its way. Thank you.